What's up, guys? It's the Ask Jeremy and
Carey
show. What's going on today, guys? We're coming back at you with a question about nutrition. So here we go. I joined your nutrition community a couple months ago and I feel great, but I used to weigh 132 and the scale is going up. Should I be concerned?
Ooh, that scale, man, it's one style of measurement that we live and die by, some of us. Oh my. Jeremy, do you weigh yourself?
No.
Hold up. Not sure what I was expecting, but you don't weigh yourself?
Not very often.
Okay, once a month,
Once every 90, 100 days.
Wow. Okay. Well, so I do actually probably weigh myself, I'd say once a week. And it's always when I feel skinny. No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually weigh myself probably roughly about once a week, and it is a long time. Sometimes I feel a little bloated, a little full, and I actually like to get on the scale because I'm feeling that way and I want to see what's presented. Is what I'm feeling correct? So then also on my lighter, more thin, I'm like, wonder what I weigh. I'll get on the scale and does tend to give me that feedback. Now, I also will weigh after one of my longer runs that maybe even I did in 90-ish degrees, right? And you sweat a lot. So to see how much water weight I've lost. And guess what? I am the least on the scale that day. Now, 2 days after a heavy workout, like deadlift, squat heavy, something like that, my legs, your muscles get a little, we'll call it inflamed, right? And the scale is up. Oh, all these different weights. Jeremy, you relate?
That's why I don't get on the scale.
That's why he doesn't get on the scale. So you go by feel.
Well, after calibration of like body fat and weight, lean muscle mass, determining that so I weigh around like 210.
Okay.
But in my ideal weight in my mind is 200.
Okay, so you're 10 pounds overweight, but he said in his ideal mind.
So the deal is my
Right.
frame carries, since I've been above 30,
Okay.
my body carries 210.
Okay.
And so it's this is can you psychology me? So when I want to lose weight,
Okay.
I do less weight training.
Okay.
And I do more cardio.
Okay.
And I'll lose weight and I'll get fatter.
So the muscle, Jeremy, you lose muscle and gain fat, but what does the scale say? That you lost weight. But this is so good, because really that is why, right, oftentimes if you are only using one measurement system, the scale, weight, for your results, then you are getting bamboozled.
Yes, because so on the flip of that, so what I say is okay, so that's the wrong approach. So it's I'm gonna lift weights, have more muscle, be lower body fat, and weigh more.
And tell me how your clothes fit when you're like that.
That I look like a totally different person.
They're even probably looser in the waist.
Well, they are
tighter in the
so my
arms.
sleeves, when I'm smaller, they won't roll up like that. They're smaller, and my shoulders, and so everything when I weigh less fits more, but I'm softer.
And
so is the ideal weight that's in my mind. So what I flip that script and say is I'm gonna weigh 210.
Okay.
Five of those pounds, 6 of those pounds is literally lean muscle, and I'm less fat, and so
that feels good.
It's
meaning
not
walking around.
I would like to
yourself.
I would like to be 200 pounds.
Okay.
And less body fat.
Okay.
And instead I carry 210 because of my muscular
Physique.
and my skeletal physique.
Yep.
And so the way that I'm built, and so this is a process of finding peace with myself to understand the way my body is made, the way I carry weight.
Jeremy's body's made, the way my body's made. You look at me, some people come in and go, Carey, 126. And I'm like, 126 pounds. I carry so much muscle that my weight is more around 138, 140. And if I start playing the game of the scale, like you kind of were saying, I am Carey, I'm not anyone else, and I carry this much muscle from all the training I've done over all the years, and proud of that muscle, by the way. And so I must get a measurement of weight, which is why we use our in-body system, muscle, okay, and then we also have body fat, visceral fat, and we have that water weight that is also measured for us. So these measurements are so important so we don't get confused about what a true healthy body, right, really is. Because if you are over fat, then we are going to have cardiovascular health issues. We are going to have disease onset in our future. So our job now is to measure everything, become lean, strong, and healthy with a ideal weight for as much muscle that we have, body fat that is healthy, that keeps us out of our doctor's offices and put on prescription drugs, visceral fat, that sits around the organs and the tissues, keeping that below 10, and then making sure that we have water, right, so we're hydrated, etc. So we need a scale that monitors and measure all these things.
Right, and that's what our in-body does, so you can test that in the in-body. But if you're fixated on solely the scale, then it can radically throw off your emotional mental state.
So for our question that's being asked today, I used to weigh 132, now I weigh one more, I think it was. You know, should I be concerned? Let's make sure that we're measuring body fat, muscle, right, along with those other measurements, getting a measuring tape out, because my question back is, how are your clothes fitting? When you look in the mirror, how do you feel? Or when you look in the mirror, what do you see? And then how do you feel? How's your energy? What's your sleep like? What's your attitude? What is your stress level? How are you managing these things? So the markers of all these things are so important. But my guess is you feel amazing, you're stronger than you've ever been, and your clothes are fitting awesome. It's just my guess. And the scale doesn't mean anything except for, Jeremy, what did you say you had to do? You had to shift your mind to now this stronger, more mature Jeremy. And now accepting self-love, self-care, accepting your body for what it is, and knowing your fitness. You feel strong, you feel lean, and 210 is who you are.
Well, I don't know about all that.
It's
I think I'll get into 215 and getting like really like next level, like jacked. I've been thinking about that, so we'll see.
And my thing is do it. And if you don't like it, let's go back. Right? So guys, this is a game. We are the coaches helping you to fine tune. We are here as sounding boards so you don't go crazy. Jeremy's a very lean, strong. I would never, unless you got 220 and sat on the couch eating potato chips, would you be that fat body, right? But we've got to consider all things. So anything else you want to say, Jeremy?
I think it's a journey. That's what the whole process is, unloading the mental scope, what you want. I haven't weighed 200 pounds consistently since I was 31 years old or 30 years old.
This is just not even who you are.
So it's like over a decade of weighing 210 plus, but it's all psychological and unpacking all that. So,
and being healthy and strong and being able to go, you know what, I can go do that. I can go run half marathon if I want. Jeremy can go deadlift. What did you clean last week as a PR? No. Or you're testing?
Yeah, I did 255 for 9 reps.
9 reps.
I did a 239 Fran. You want me to keep going?
See?
That was 249. I dropped 10 seconds off. But yeah, I can run. I can lift heavy. I can do all the
throw your kids
things.
In the pool.
I can do all the
climb
things.
A fence.
But the scale says I'm 10 pounds over what my idea is. So that can ruin my mindset and my emotional state if I solely focus on how much I weigh.
So get off the scale. Let's get that body fat tested. Exercise. Be strong.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Take care.
Awesome.